Hey everybody, how are you today? Got another art project I'd like you all to try. Today we're going to be making something called a zine. A zine is kind of like a self-made book. I've got some student examples here I want to show you. They're kind of like a miniature magazine or a miniature comic book. Let me show you here what we've got. Here's some student examples. The thing I like about zines is that you can really make them into anything. They can be about anything. They can have stories, they can have words, they can have pictures, they can be poetry, they can be a journal. It's really a neat way to take a single sheet of paper and kind of make your own book out of it without having to have things like a stapler or anything. So I'll show you an example here, and then I'll show you how to make one. And so this is a student example. This is Billy the Banana Goes Shopping. So you can kind of see, I think this gives you a cover and 8 pages. It's just a single sheet of paper. And you can open it up, and page by page, you get a little story here. So the way that you make this is actually, if I unfold it, it's just a single sheet of paper. So let's go ahead and make one of these. I'll show you how to fold, and we are going to need some scissors to cut just a little bit. So let's get some paper, some scissors, and something to draw with, and we'll be ready. Okay, we're ready to start here. I've got my paper, my scissors, and my pencil. Now this is really pretty easy. You might want a parent or guardian to kind of help you with the folding or the cutting, and just kind of let them know that you're cutting and making some art. So what we do is we take our paper, and we're just going to fold it in half a few times. So I've got my paper here. I fold it in half. I bring one side over to the other. What I do when I fold paper is kind of like I line up the edges. Then I just press it down a little bit. That lets me move it a little bit if I need to. Then you can crease it. Okay, we're going to fold it again. This time we're going to bring this part of the paper down to the bottom. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to line it up. Make sure the corners are even. I can pick it up if I need to. Line it up. Hold it there, and then kind of lightly press. And then once I got it where I want it, crease. We're going to fold it one more time. Do the same thing. There we go. Line it up. And then just kind of press it down. Alright, perfect. Now we're going to unfold it halfway. So it'll look like this. You see my 4 panels. I'll go ahead and unfold it all the way so you can kind of see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from here to here. So I like to fold it back up to look like this. I take my scissors and I cut from the middle down. You want to make sure you cut in the middle. And you do that. You can unfold your paper. Now what you kind of do, see if you've done it right, if it kind of looks like it's a mouth, almost like, kind of almost makes like its own little puppet. You can fold it in half again so it looks like this. Then you just kind of bring the edges together. And this is going to close our book. So, push it together. Then just close your book up. Can kind of line things back up. We did in those previous steps. Crease it. Flatten it. Then we have our own book. We can fill it up. Now this might be a cool way to make your own sketchbook. You could write a story. You could do some comic panels. Any way that you want to fill it up. And say you want to do a bigger story, all you'd have to do is make another one, put a little glue on the back, and then you could have more pages and kind of let your story grow from there. I'm going to take this and try to make up a story, and we'll see how it turns out. I'll show you some things we can do with maybe some comic panels and stuff like that. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, my zine's all drawn out. Let me share it with you what happened here. What I decided to do was a trick I learned from Jim Henson, the guy who made the Muppets. And Walt Disney used this trick a lot too. Was he would take a story that we all know really well, an older story, kind of like a fairy tale. The one I picked was Three Little Pigs, and then they changed it to kind of get their ideas, or they would do something different with the story or do their own version. I did the Three Little Wigs instead of the Three Little Pigs, but you could really use anything in your zine. So here's my cover, the Three Little Wigs, and I'll read this to you all. Suddenly, all of the old man's hair fell out. The next page, he didn't know what to do. He's looking in the mirror. He's pretty distressed. He thought folks would look at him and laugh. So he bought a wig, a big wig. Kind of checking himself out there in the mirror. But people laughed anyway. He's walking by in his big wig. So he got another wig. And another. But folks still laughed. And so he just went without it. It was less itchy, and people didn't laugh so much then. So he's looking in the mirror at the end, and his reflection is giving him a thumbs up. Just kind of be yourself kind of a story. Well, I will be so happy to see how your guys' books turn out. If you make your zine, please email me at chaskins@greenbobcats.org. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful new year still, and getting lots of work done, staying healthy. Stay Bobcat strong. I'll see you all later. Bye.